My father didn't tell me how to live. He lived and let me watch him do it. Clarence Buddington Keeland.
I'm a father to 4 lovely girls. The oldest is 30 and the youngest is 15.
All fathers are passionate about something. What are you passionate about?
As parents, I think when we bring children into the world, we want to raise them so that they also become adults who are independent, on their own account, who are able to live their own successful life. So that's what I'm really passionate about, to just ensure that as the children have been growing and as they continue to grow, we can teach them, and prepare them for, the road of life.
As kids, we all grow up with house rules. What are 1 or 2 of your guiding principles as a dad?
As a father, I think the main guiding principle for me is the belief that there is an all-powerful yet good and personal God that is in charge of my life and the lives of my family. Is in charge of the business that we run. I believe in hard work. I believe that hard work pays. I believe in collaborating and working with others. And I believe in working honestly and dealing fairly with everybody. So those are my guiding principles in life.
Fatherhood is full of rewarding moments. What are some of yours?
Being passionate about the success of my children, I think the 2 occasions that I've had my daughters, graduate from university and being able to get to a point where they start working have been really rewarding for me. It has kind of validated, the hard work that we have put in to motivate, to encourage, the children to work hard and to really see them, starting their own lives, in their own right, not having to, pay, varsity fees anymore. So it has been quite rewarding in a lot of ways, from an emotional point of view, just being satisfied that you have managed to motivate somebody to get to the end of a road. I think that particular moment is special in a way that when you look at children move from through school from one year to another, it's almost it's nearly automatic that they'll move from grade 1 to grade 2, from Form 1 to Form 2. But when they are now able to actually finish university, with all the pressures that are involved in university, and actually starting off on a career working, it is something which is really extra special.
What is one challenge you feel all fathers face?
One of the biggest challenges that fathers face is to be able to, balance between loving their children, as well as being able to be tough enough for them to understand that we live in a world which is not always fair, which is not necessarily an easy world. So balancing that love and that toughness, and being able to be heard, when communicating the tough messages, trying to communicate the tough lessons to children, and sometimes even letting the children experience, the tough situations that may arise from the decisions that they take. So you will find that children might then think that perhaps that the father is not demonstrating love, or the father is being unnecessarily too tough. So it is balancing that which is a real big issue. And what I found is that one needs to just continue to send the message continuously, and even sometimes when the children appear like they are not listening, or sometimes even they might act funny, or close you up, or they might even sometimes choose not to speak to you for some time. I think it is important for the father to just be consistent, with their message. If you are convinced that, the message that you need to deliver has to be delivered, just to continue to be consistent, because certainly the message will get through, and the children will appreciate you, later on, to say that thank you for raising that issue. I've personally experienced it, many times when my daughter picks the phone and says, you know what, I'm glad you mentioned this at the time that you mentioned it. But those were some of the issues that we even had fights about. So I would say the solution is just to continue to be consistent. As fathers, we face quite a lot of challenges. What in an environment where it is quite tough sometimes to provide for the family, all those pressures that come on the fathers, with the ever-changing social situations and cultural situations. A lot of those pressures come on fathers and mothers as well, to bring up children in the right manner. I'd like to salute all the hardworking dads out there and to wish all of you a happy Father's Day.
Econet Wireless, inspired to change your world.